Halo teman-teman, jumpa kembali dengan saya di channel YouTube David Jacobs Official. Saya mengucapkan selamat Natal dan juga selamat Tahun Baru. Semoga di tahun 2022 ini kita tetap sehat, kita terus berkarya ya, sesuai dengan bidang kita dan pastinya tetap semangat dan terus berjuang. Ya, pada YouTube kali ini saya mengajukan pertanyaan lagi kepada salah satu komentator terbaik ITTF, International Table Tennis Federation, yaitu Adam Bobrow. Ya, ini mungkin kalau teman-teman yang sangat gemar tenis meja ya dan nonton pertandingan Pro Tour dunia, ini hampir setiap pertandingan Pro Tour ini Adam Bobrow yang menjadi komentator dari ITTF. Dan dia juga salah satu pemain tenis meja juga. Dia berasal dari Amerika. Nah, ini pertanyaan yang saya ajukan, ada 5 pertanyaan kepada Adam Bobrow. Yang pertama adalah when did you come to Indonesia and how can you become an ITTF komentator? Jadi dulu Adam Bobrow pernah ke Indonesia dan juga pernah ketemu saya waktu di Indonesia, dan saya bertanya kepada dia kapan dia datang ke Indonesia dan bagaimana cara dia bisa menjadi komentator ITTF. Itu pertanyaan pertama. Pertanyaan kedua adalah saya bertanya who is your favorite player, man and woman, and why do you like them? Saya bertanya kepada Adam Bobrow siapa pemain favoritnya di dunia, putra maupun putri, dan kenapa Adam Bobrow memfavoritkan mereka. Itu yang ketiga. Saya bertanya how is table tennis in the USA? Is it famous there? Saya bertanya bagaimana perkembangan tenis meja di Amerika, apakah di sana tenis meja adalah salah satu olahraga yang terkenal. Pertanyaan keempat adalah I think USA table tennis is progressing, have a player like Kanakja and Lili Zhang are great player. Do you have any table tennis league over there in America? Yaitu artinya saya bertanya di pertanyaan keempat ini, pemain-pemain di Amerika saat ini sangat maju dan sangat berkembang ya. Terbukti di putra ada Kanakja yang masuk sampai 8 besar kemarin di kejuaraan dunia di Houston, dan juga ada Lili Zhang di putri yang juga sangat luar biasa prestasinya. Saya bertanya apakah di sana bagaimana sistem pembinaan di Amerika, apakah mereka mengenal liga atau hanya open turnamen saja. Itu pertanyaan saya yang keempat. Dan pertanyaan yang kelima yaitu you are unique player, are you always training to improve your style? Jadi Adam Bobrow ini salah satu, selain komentator, dia adalah pemain yang sangat unik ya. Jadi dia suka melakukan gerakan pukulan-pukulan yang atraktif. Dan saya bertanya apakah dia latihan untuk melakukan pukulan-pukulan tersebut untuk meningkatkan permainan dia. Karena memang cara mainnya agak berbeda ini Adam Bobrow ini. Yaitu 5 pertanyaan saya pada Adam Bobrow. Ya, kita lihat jawabannya dari Adam Bobrow. Terima kasih.
Hi, David. Good to see you. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it and hope you had a very happy holidays as well. So now I'll answer your questions. Okay. I believe I came to Indonesia in 2014, at the very end of 2013, beginning of 2014. And yes, I hadn't yet become the ITTF commentator. How did I become the commentator? There was a competition online called The Voice of Table Tennis, and anyone could enter. You just had to commentate one game. And I commentated that game. auditioned, tried out, and there was a vote. I was in the final three, and then of the final three, I won. So I got to go to the World Championships in 2014 in Japan and commentate the World Team Championships. And that went really well. So they offered me more and more jobs. And by 2015, I was doing all the major events. So that's how that happened. Okay. Who's my favorite player in the world? Number one man and number one woman, or one man and one woman, and why? It's a good question. Wow, it's really tough. Of the currently playing, if Shushin is still playing, he would be my men's pick, partially because I feel like we have the same brain. Like, he's a way better player than I will ever be, no question. But I can see that he wants to win and he wants to make it fun for the crowd. And I love that. So, yeah, I think we have a similar style, and I really enjoy watching him play and think he's just the coolest. Yeah, so of all time, I would say Waldner, just magical in terms, yeah, he was incredible to watch. He was probably my favorite of all time. On the women's side, that's such a tough question. There are so many excellent women. Mima Ito is one of my favorites. Maybe my favorite. She just has such versatility and creativity, so much feeling. She's dangerous. I'm a big fan of Hitomi Sato as well, the chopper from Japan. She's outstanding to watch. She can get almost anything back on the table, and she's dangerous with the backhand attack and the forehand attack. She lobs. I mean, she does everything. So those are a few that stand out. But yeah, the Chinese national team players, you know, I don't know. Chun Meng's incredible. Sun Yingsha's amazing. They're just so many good players. So let's see. Question number 3. How's table tennis in America? Is it a famous sport there? Yeah, in the United States, table tennis is thought of, it's very popular, but more as a recreational activity. Most people have played before and find it really fun, but when you tell them that you're playing a tournament, that's sort of interesting to them. It's tough for them to imagine. Or if you tell them that you're working out or you're physically training for a table tennis tournament, they might have a tough time imagining it because they've never really seen it played as a sport. So it's growing. It's growing big time, I think, in many ways. It's popular with celebrities. It's popular with influencers on YouTube and social media and on TV. Almost everyone knows how to play and enjoys it. But we're working on getting it into schools and getting, say, clubs and academies here where our best players can train in the United States instead of having to move to Germany or some other part of the world to train full time. So yeah, there's a lot of growth in the sport, and I have very high hopes for it, and I'm going to work hard to try and develop the sport, make it as popular and accessible as can be for people here. And around the world for that matter, not just in the United States, but around the world. So, but your question was about the United States, so that's the state of things in the United States. Let's see. Now, I think USATT is very progress, many good players. In men, Kanak Jha, and women, Lily Zhang. How's the system in the USA? League or? Okay. Yeah, players here have developed quite a bit. Kanak Jha and Lily Zhang in particular are outstanding role models and really just the best, native local players that were born in the US and raised here. They both have played overseas. Lily was in Austria for some time. I know Kanak moved to Sweden and then Germany to play professionally, but they're both based in the United States. I know Kanak has a good contract in Germany with Oxenhausen, but they both have home clubs in the United States where they do train and they represent. So that's really exciting. Kanak Jha is sponsored by a few different clubs. Lily Zhang is sponsored by a club. And yeah, in terms of leagues, there are leagues throughout the United States, but none that are professional yet. We have tournaments regularly, from the US Nationals and the US Open to the teams tournament in DC to major tournaments all over. At Westchester in New York, they have a major tournament every month. Yeah, the Bay Area, Northern California, has tons of clubs and tournaments. Los Angeles, the same. So, yeah, there's a lot happening in that sense, but no formal league just yet. I know people are working on developing leagues and different systems to create more prize money so that players don't have to go focus on a real job and go to college, that they can just play professionally. I think that's a big goal, to make any sport a good living for the best athletes. Okay, let's see, what's the next question here? You are a very unique player. Are you always training to do your playing style? Well, it depends what you mean by training. I don't train. I don't like to train. I don't like to practice. It's not fun for me. I like to keep score. Then it counts, right? Then it's real. Then it's a challenge. And you can make challenges within training. Maybe you did multi-ball for 2 minutes without a break and you want to try to get to 3 minutes. There are ways to create games to train and train harder. I just don't like work and it feels like work. So my training or my practice would be playing games. I play games a lot, and when I play games, I try things. And if I want to try something unique, I will. And if it doesn't work, that's part of it. And, you have to fail a lot sometimes and try things that won't work their first time before you get more consistent with them. So, yeah, I just try to play a lot and yeah, be brave and be bold and do what I want. And I've been playing for a long time, so I've had a lot of experience and opportunity to mess up, and I still mess up, and I'm still trying new things. So that's sort of my training, is just playing as much as I can, and then listening to my body, and when it hurts, taking a rest, or if I think I might hurt myself, take a rest, because I want to be playing for a long time. So yeah, in the very beginning, I had a coach and she taught me some of the fundamentals and the basics, and I'm very thankful for that. We're still good friends, but I never really liked having to do 10 minutes of the same shot in a row. I wanted to play, so I stopped getting coaching, and for that reason, I didn't improve as fast and just sort of slowly got to where I'm at. And I'm not a professional. There are many players all over the world much better than me. But yeah, my style is just because that's how I want to play and I enjoy it. And so I continue to do it. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else here. Okay. Those are your questions. This is my question. I'm sorry my English is not so good. No problem. Your English is great, David. For me, you are the best commentator ITTF because you're a table tennis player and you understand about table tennis and also good speak. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to try and grow the sport and clear my throat. I'm going to do everything I can to try and grow the sport. I really want to see it continue to grow. I love it. I think it's an amazing sport that connects the whole world. Has allowed me to meet people all over the world and understand people better and different ideas. And yeah, I just think it's an amazing sport. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me, and congratulations on all your success over the years. It was great watching you play in Tokyo at the Paralympics, and hope to see you in Paris, if not sooner. Hopefully I can come back to Indonesia before then. So keep in touch, David. Thanks a bunch.
Ya, itu jawaban dari Adam Bobrow. Thank you for Adam Bobrow ya. Want to answer my question. Terima kasih banyak buat Adam Bobrow yang menyempatkan waktu untuk menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang saya ajukan, dan juga teman-teman jangan lupa untuk bisa menyaksikan YouTube-nya Adam Bobrow ya. Banyak sekali di YouTube-nya itu yang menarik dan lucu-lucu, dan juga ada bermain bersama pemain-pemain dunia di YouTube-nya Adam Bobrow. Ya, ini jawaban dari Adam Bobrow. Kurang lebih saya ingin mengartikan. Yang pertama adalah, jadi Adam Bobrow itu pernah datang ke Indonesia ya tahun 2014. Waktu itu pernah main tenis meja juga sama saya pas dia datang, tapi saat itu memang belum jadi komentator di ITTF, dan tadi dia bercerita bahwa awal mula dia menjadi komentator itu dia mendaftar di kompetisi online The Voice of Table Tennis. Dia mendaftar dan siapa aja bisa ikut untuk menjadi komentator, dan Adam Bobrow mendaftar dan hanya perlu memberikan komentar untuk sebuah pertandingan. Dan Adam Bobrow ikut audisi, ikut dan masuk di 3 besar. Dan setelah itu dia ikut ke Jepang tahun 2014 itu juga, dan itu berlangsung sangat lancar ya buat Adam Bobrow, karena saya rasa juga dia memiliki talenta, kemampuan untuk menjadi komentator yang sangat baik, sangat luar biasa. Dan ITTF mulai memberikan tugas kepada Adam Bobrow, dan pada tahun 2015 sudah menjadi komentator untuk pertandingan-pertandingan besar. Luar biasa Adam Bobrow. Jadi itu jawaban dari pertanyaan pertama. Pertanyaan kedua yaitu pemain favorit dari Adam Bobrow. Dia sangat, kalau suruh memilih, dia mengidolakan Susin ya. Susin karena memang cara main Susin mungkin ingin memberikan tontonan yang menarik kepada penonton. Sama ya dengan Adam Bobrow, mungkin ingin memberikan tontonan yang menarik. Walaupun memang levelnya juga pasti Susin ya lebih bagus. Dan itu kenapa dia memilih Susin sebagai pemain favoritnya untuk putra. Dan juga dia menyebutkan Waltner juga salah satu pemain favoritnya Adam Bobrow sepanjang masa. Jan-Ove Waltner dari Swedia. Dan untuk putri, Adam Bobrow sangat mengidolakan Mima Ito, karena memang Mima Ito ini adalah pemain yang serba bisa dan juga sangat bagus, sangat cepat juga. Dan juga dia senang pemain defense ya, Hitomi Sato, karena memiliki permainan yang menarik juga. Di samping itu dia juga pastinya menyukai juga pemain-pemain Cina yang tentunya sangat bagus ya dan menguasai pertenis mejaan dunia. Tapi dia yang tadi 4 pemain itu yang disebutkan tadi adalah pemain-pemain favorit dari Adam Bobrow. Pertanyaan yang ketiga, di Amerika sendiri itu tenis meja dianggap permainan yang bersifat rekreasi. Masih memang terkenal tapi masih belum terlalu. Namun sekarang sudah lebih berkembang dibanding dulu, dan semakin populer, dan banyak juga selebritis, influencer yang mulai bermain tenis meja. Dan pastinya Adam Bobrow dan juga mungkin teman-teman tenis meja di Amerika terus berusaha untuk mengembangkan tenis meja di Amerika ya, supaya olahraga tenis meja di Amerika semakin maju dan terkenal. Pertanyaan keempat adalah pemain-pemain di Amerika kan memang saat ini sangat sangat maju, karena memang Kanakja tadi yang saya sebutkan dan juga Lili Zhang adalah role model, contoh di dunia tenis meja Amerika yang lahir dan dibesarkan di Amerika. Namun memang mereka pernah juga bermain di luar, namun mereka saat ini berlatih di klub Amerika dan mereka disponsori oleh klub. Jadi di sistem di Amerika ternyata bukan liga, tapi mereka open turnamen tapi secara rutin, yaitu ada US National, US Open, dan juga turnamen kelompok umur. Di New York dan di California Utara tuh ada banyak sekali klub dan turnamen setiap bulan. Banyak turnamen yang berlangsung, namun belum ada liga yang profesional dan formal. Dan mereka sedang mengupayakan untuk mengarah ke liga ya. Jadi biar tenis meja lebih profesional lagi. dan lebih berkembang lagi pastinya kompetisinya. Tapi saat ini memang belum ada liga, tapi pembinaannya masih mengadakan turnamen-turnamen open secara berkala. Itu yang pertanyaan keempat kurang lebih. Untuk pertanyaan kelima, ya dia ternyata dia tidak suka latihan ya, dia hanya suka main hitungan. Karena dia tidak suka latihan, dia cuma senang hitungan, dan dia ya terus mencoba untuk mempraktekkan ini ya, mencoba hal-hal yang unik, yang memang tidak biasa ya. Dan kalau dia ngomong dia lebih banyak bertanding, namun dia juga tetap jaga kondisi ya. Dia bilang di situ dia jaga kondisi kalau dia memang capek dan dia beristirahat. Dan awalnya juga dia sebutkan dia punya pelatih dan dia pernah latihan hal-hal dasar juga ya. Tapi karena memang Adam Bobrow tidak terlalu suka berlatih, jadi dia lebih memang suka memperagakan tenis meja yang unik atau freestyle gitu, dan memang dia memiliki gaya sendiri dan sangat menikmati permainannya. Itu aja jawaban-jawaban dari Adam Bobrow yang bisa kurang lebih saya sampaikan di sini. Dan memang saya rasa Adam Bobrow adalah salah satu komentator ITF yang terbaik, karena selain dia memang jago berbicara, jago untuk bagaimana permainan itu bisa lebih menarik ya dengan kata-kata yang diucapkan oleh Adam Bobrow. Samping itu juga dia mengerti tenis meja karena dia adalah seorang pemain tenis meja, jadi memang sebagai komentator dia sangat menguasai untuk di bidang tenis meja ini. Oke, terima kasih. Itu aja yang bisa saya sampaikan di sini. Tetap semangat, salam olahraga, salam tenis meja.